Third question. 5.1 third. See, we have to examine the continuity of the function f of x equal to x square minus 25 by x plus 5. So examine the continuity means we have to find out whether the function is continuous function. If the function is continuous, at every point of the domain. First we have to think what is the domain of the function. So here what is the domain of the function? It is a rational function. So in that if the denominator is 0, the function is not defined. So this domain of this function is set of all real numbers except x equal to minus 5. That is when x equal to minus 5, denominator is 0. So here domain is r minus set negative 5. When x is equal to negative 5, that number should be excluded from the set of real numbers. So when x is not equal to minus 5, all real numbers except minus 5, the function is defined. That is the domain. So this is the domain of the function. We have to prove that, we have to check whether this function is continuous at every point of the domain. So here f of x equal to this much for every value of x in the domain. Therefore only one value for the function. So only one limit we want to find. And we can consider a generally consider a real number. Let C be any real number. C be any real number belonging to the domain. This is the domain. That is R minus set negative 5. So consider any real number of the domain. That means domain. Here. Any real number of R minus set minus 5. Then we have to check whether the function is continuous at x equal to c. For that, limit x tends to c, f of x equal to limit x tends to c. What is f of x? F of x is this much. So before that we can simplify. That function is x square minus 25 by x plus 5. Now here when we can simplify this function, because since x square minus 25 divided by x plus 5, that is equal to x plus 5 into x minus 5 divided by x plus 5. So we can cancel x plus 5 since x is not equal to minus 5. If x is equal to minus 5, x plus 5 will be 0. So 0 by 0 we cannot cancel. Since x is not equal to negative 5, we can cancel x plus 5, x plus 5. So we get the function in the simplified form, that is x minus 5. So the given function, this function is equal to x minus 5. So that is equal to limit x tends to c, x minus 5. Here we can write x minus 5. So a function can be simplified like this. Now we can find the limit. So to find the limit, we substitute x equal to c, c minus 5. So this is the limit of the function. Now we have to find f of c. F of x equal to, we simplified f of x as, we know f of x equal to x minus 5. We simplified the function f of x and we got it is equal to x minus 5. So f of c, what is f of c? F of x equal to x minus 5. So what is f of c? C minus 5. So to find the value of the function when x equal to c, just we have to substitute x equal to c in the function. So here in the place of x we have to substitute c, c minus 5. So this equal to that, therefore limit x tends to c, f of x equal to f of c. Therefore f is continuous at c. What is c? C is a real number, general point of the domain. So so we can conclude that therefore the function is continuous in the domain of the function. Therefore it is a continuous function. Like that we can write the answer. Now next one, D. F of x equal to modulus x minus 5. F of x equal to modulus x minus 5. So always modulus function we have to remove. Change modulus, remove modulus. So we can write this equal to, by definition. We know modulus x equal to x if x greater than or equal to 0. And equal to minus x if x less than 0. That is the definition of modulus x. So how we can write modulus x minus 5? That is equal to x minus 5 if x minus 5 greater than or equal to 0 and equal to minus of x minus 5 if x minus 5 less than 0. This is the definition of modulus x. So modulus x equal to x if x greater than or equal to 0 and equal to minus x if x less than 0. That is the definition. So using that we can rewrite modulus x minus 5 as x minus 5 when x minus 5 greater than or equal to 0 and equal to minus of x minus 5. See, same that just to replace, see, replace x by x minus 5, only that you have to do. See the definition of modulus x. Then here in the place of x, here it is x minus 5. So just to replace x by x minus 5, you will get this. So this is modulus x minus 5 equal to x minus 5 if x minus 5 greater than or equal to 0 and equal to minus of x minus 5 if x minus 5 less than 0. That is the definition. By definition we wrote the function. Now we can see this is the given function f of x. Now we want to check the continuity of the function. We have to check whether this function is a continuous function. For that we have to check whether it is continuous at every point of the domain. So we have to think what is the domain of the function. What is the domain of this modulus function? That is set of all real numbers. For every real number x, the function is defined. So the domain of the function is set of all real numbers. So we have to consider each case when x is a real number, any real number. We have to prove that we have to check whether the function is continuous. But here, see the function f of x equal to x minus 5 when x minus 5 greater than or equal to 0 and equal to minus of x minus 5 when x minus 5 less than 0. So function has two values, one this one, one this one. So when x minus 5 greater than or equal to 0 means x greater than or equal to 5. Minus 5 take the other side. Here x minus 5 less than 0 means x less than 5. So when x greater than or equal to 5, function has this value. And when x less than 5, function has this value. So we have to find out different cases. See, first we can consider when x is here, x greater than or equal to 5, function is this one. X less than 5, function is this one. So three cases we have to consider. When x less than 5 and greater than 5, function has two values. See, x greater than 5, f of x is this one. X less than 5, function is this one. So when we check the continuity at x equal to 5, you have to find both left and right limits. But when you consider any real number greater than 5, any real number greater than 5, no need to consider, we have to take that case as general. That means you can consider C be any real number greater than 5. Similarly, you can consider any real number C which is less than 5. In that case, no need to find left and right limits. But when you consider x equal to 5, when you check the continuity at x equal to 5, you have to find both left and right limits because when x less than 5, function is this one. When x greater than 5, function is this one. Different values. X less than 5, greater than 5, function is different. So in that case, when you find the continuity at x equal to 5, we have to find both left and right limits. So we are considering case 1. Let C be consider C be any real number greater than 0. So three cases we have to consider. Let C be any real number greater than 5. Then consider case 2, C be any real number less than 5. Then C equal to 5. Three cases you have to consider. Since the function has two different values when x less than 5 and x greater than 5. At 5, less than 5, greater than 5, function is different. That is why at 5 we are finding both left and right limits. But for all other numbers, consider any number greater than 5. For example, 6. 6 is greater than 5. So when you consider that the small neighborhood of 6, that means a number which is less than 6 and greater than 6, function has same value. But when you consider 5, when x is less than 5 and greater than 5, function is different. That is why we are finding left and right limits at x equal to 5. All other cases no need. So here C be any real number greater than 0, C greater than 0. So in that case we have to check the continuity. So we have to find limit x tends to C, f of x equal to limit x tends to C. What is f of x? C greater than 0. When C is greater than 0, sorry, here not c greater than 0, greater than 5. See, at 5, x less than 5, greater than 5, function is different. So c greater than 5, we have to consider c greater than 5, otherwise c minus 5 less than 0, c minus 5 greater than 0. That means c greater than 5, c less than 5. So we have to consider 3 cases. When c greater than 5, then c less than 5, then c equal to 5. So when c greater than 5, what is the value of the function c f of x? When c is greater than 5, when we are finding the limit x tends to c f of x. So limit x tends to c. C means c is a number greater than 5. So when x is greater than 5, when c is greater than 5, what is the value of the function when x is greater than 5? Value of the function is x minus 5. So f of x is x minus 5 when x is greater than 5. So here we have to write x minus 5. So now we want to find limit x tends to c x minus 5. That means in the place of x we are going to substitute c to find the limit. That is c minus 5. Now what is f of c? F of c. See, we know c is a number. What is c? C is a number greater than 5. So what is f of c when c is greater than 5? What is f of c? C minus 5. F of x, x minus 5 when x is greater than 5. So f of c is c minus 5. F of c is c minus 5 since c is a number greater than 5. So when c is a number greater than 5, we found limit x tends to c f of x and f of c. Both are equal to c minus 5. So limit x tends to c f of x equal to f of c. Therefore f is continuous at x equal to c. Now we have to consider. So then from that we can conclude that f is continuous for all real numbers greater than 5. F is continuous for all real numbers greater than 5. Similarly, we have to consider c less than 5. So after this you have to write. After this step you have to write therefore limit. So this is the definition. So we have to conclude that when c is a number greater than 5, f of x is continuous. F is continuous. That means f is continuous for all c greater than 5. For all real numbers greater than 5, function is continuous. So we'll continue in the next session.